Hello viewers, we are Insightssuccess magazine, the best business magazine in the USA, and we have our presence in India, in Africa, and all over the globe. We are honored today to be with Mr. Sunil Tulsiani, the #1 coach for everything, real estate investing, business management, and your personal growth. One more thing, he is the #1 teacher on how to master wealth creation.
Thank you.
So today, I would like to say one thing special. Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Namaste.
We'll go over to the interview.
Yes.
Yeah. Please tell us, who is really Mr. Sunil Tulsiani, your journey in real estate business, right from being a police officer,
Yes.
and your greatest achievement so far?
I grew up in a poor family in India, went to Toronto in 1981, and I was not a good student. I was told that you're not going to amount to anything. You're too dark, you're too skinny, you don't get good marks in schools, you're not going to amount to anything. Even family members told me that if you don't do what society is telling you, that you will beg on streets. So these are some of the stuff that was very hard for me, and I had a low self-esteem. The confidence level was very low, meaning I would never be able to stand in front of 5 people and say something. In 1990, I became a police officer in Toronto, Canada. And from there, I went from being a uniform officer, I became a police detective, then I became a police negotiator, and finally I became a platoon commander, which was a very big achievement in 1990 in Canada as somebody who's tanned person, like an Indian person, to be able to do that. And I didn't do it because of that reason. I did it because I enjoyed, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to serve the public. And it was something that I enjoyed doing a lot. In between, I got married. We had 2 children. And my wife came to me 15 years later of marriage, or policing, and said, we're going to have a divorce. And then we have 2 children. My son and my daughter were very young at that time. And that was in about 2005. And I decided that I had to give up one. The job that I love or the family that I love. I had to give up one thing. So, we all know that I ended up giving up policing, my beloved work. And I was angry for some time for leaving that job because, how can you make me leave my job, and to my wife, But I'm blessed today because of that, those challenges, I did not know the gifts that I had. I did not know that. So I took a course from a guy named Robert G. Allen. I paid $5,000, which was a crazy thing for me to do. You just don't pay money for courses. It's just something, if I did go somewhere, it would be free. I don't want to pay money for it. But I did for some reason. And thank God I did because I ended up buying and selling 77 properties in the first year. And I would say, you asked me what are the biggest achievements. There are different big achievements in different areas and time of my life. So that would be my one that was, let's call it, unbelievable. Why media in Canada, magazines, radio, newspapers, they started calling me the wealthy cop, and that's where I started.
So, the wealthy cop.
Yes.
We are happy to meet you.
Thank you.
So, what are the strategies, the right ones, to scale in your business as a real estate mogul, and the principles to create lasting bond with your esteemed clients?
Very good question, because the idea is whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you are a coach, mentor, speaker, doctor, or professional, or marketing agency, or whatever it is, at the end of the day, it's all about relationships, deep relationships with your colleagues, deep relationships with your paying clients, and deep relationship with collaborators and partners, as well as doing what you love.
Exactly.
So everywhere, all over the world, when I speak on big stages, and I'm very fortunate to do that now, and I talk about this one word, and I did that at the Growth Summit as well with Dr. Deepak Chopra and Sunil Shetty, Gopal Das Ji, Sneh Desai. And basically, there the word is called plurking, plurking. And this word came to me from somewhere. Like, it's not in the dictionary. It's not something that people talk about. So many years ago, I was trying to say, what can I do in one word that would describe how my legacy will be? Meaning, if I was to write a book, which I will be, it will be called plurking, and it will end with the word plurking in the book. Why? Because plurking just means you're playing and you're working, you're enjoying and you're successful, you're having fun and making money, you are doing an impact, and you still are successful. So the strategies that I tell people about are three things that are needed in every business, whether it's real estate investing or whatever. First is that you have to set up some sort of a system where strangers come into your life. So it's called marketing, whatever you want. The idea is the word attracting. You got to attract them, not go after them. Now, there are people who are awesome at chasing people. They chase people, they knock on the doors, and I have high respect for them. I have high respect for them because I am not that good. I have high respect for them because I believe that to convince somebody to do something that they don't want to do, or they weren't thinking of buying that, and you coming in and encouraging them to buy, it's a long process. They say no. Sometimes they shut 90 doors before 10 people say yes. I cannot do that. What I want is for you to set up a system where people come to you and say, we saw you, we heard about you, we love what you do, we want to buy from you. They are buying, you're not selling. So that's the marketing system, number one. Number two, when they come to you into your life, you have to have a system to say, we have a system, we have this product, this is what it costs, and how would you like to pay? So sell. You have to sell. Because if you break the marketing aspect, you won't have people to sell to. But if you have lots of people come to you and you can't sell them, then it's just a waste of time for you and for them.
Exactly.
Last but not least, over deliver. You say to people, being authentic and ethical is so important. So if you say to them, I will give this cup for this price, then maybe with this cup you can give something else, like some small bonus. Maybe you can do buy one get one free, but they're not expecting it. Something extra when people walk in.
Incentives.
Yeah, and not even incentive. Incentive is before the sale. I'm talking about after the sale, where I say to you, this is the cup you're going to get. Then you come to my store, you come into my life. Then when you walk in, I give you this cup, and then I give you a little gift with it.
Right.
So they didn't expect it. So what happens is those people will then go out, be happy, and then they will tell others, and they will become your silent salespeople for free.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, so what are the significant factors impacting finance in the real estate business, and how do you help your clients to achieve financial freedom?
So financial freedom, it's been now almost 18 years since I left the police force, and I started with real estate investing. And the biggest phenomenon that wasn't invented by me, I just accelerated it for a lot of people. I took something that is extremely complicated and I simplified it for a lot of people. And that's concept of, I don't have money, but I want to be rich in real estate. And this concept has been written since the late 70s from Robert Allen, and now a lot of people do that as well. But practically, people were not doing it. They're reading a book, but they were not doing it. They still don't believe it. So what I am able to do as a former police officer is that I believe in having a knowledge and skill, and then what I'm really good at is implementing.
Implementation.
It's implementation, because if you don't do, then you don't get. And that is, everybody understands that at an intelligent level, but they don't know. So how do I help them? I am a mentor that inspires people to do what they should and what they want to do. Inspire them to do it. Because it's one thing to say you should do this and then go away. But my idea is you come to me and you say, I want to learn how to swim. I am a great swimmer. You say, I want to learn to swim. I'm not going to say, here's a book, read it, and then if you're happy, just do it yourself. Or say something to you that, go swim, go swim, go swim. Yes, motivation is good for temporarily.
Yes.
But what I will do is you and I will stand in the swimming pool edge, and I will jump in the swimming pool first. And then I will say, come, I'm with you. We're going to swim together.
Leadership by evidence.
Yes. And so, if you want to become a black belt in martial arts, you go to a person who has maybe 5 times, 6 times, 7 times a black belt in that arena. And that person is not going to only teach you it by reading, which is a starting point of success. Reading is a starting point of success. But now you're going to practice with the master. And real estate, I have become a real estate warrior, basically. I've become somebody that not only has helped me, my family, my mother, my dad, my extended family, but strangers all over the world are able to do things that they never thought that they will be able to do. We're talking about single mothers. We're talking about elderly people. We're talking about people who have given up on their life. They're in their 60s and they're like, I might as well just wait to die, and because their circumstances. And then one day they see me, spark shows up into their life, and they're like, can I be a millionaire? Can I actually do it? I had a lady who come into my life 8-9 years ago. Her life was so bad, she was in front of a lake, about to jump to kill herself. And then for whatever reason, she decided, no, I have children, I don't want to do it. And then she started to hunt for somebody. She told me that I came into her life. I did not know that she was, this serious. I became her mentor. And she asked me, Sunil, I'm old. I live in Canada. I have an accent, like a strong accent. I'm divorced, single mother. I've been working hard for all my life. Can I be? I said, what do you want to do? She said, I want to empower women and I want to be rich. I said, my answer was yes. She said, okay. Now, her belief that she can do it was the starting point. Today, she's a millionaire of Private Investment Club, and she's empowering. So the biggest thing that I want to do is make 100 millionaires or multimillionaires, but that is not the end goal. The 100 millionaires, let's say 50 of those, will then go out in the world, and then they will spread my clerking idea. And then now, since we are in India, now we'll have a different regions where we're going to start implementing these ideas, where the leaders who will make money and say, I want to do what Sunil is doing, or I want to inspire people as a coach, as a speaker, as a trainer, as a marketer, or whatever you want to do. So my idea is very simple, but yet very effective. You first educate yourself, then you find the idea and the groups that you hang out with, because you become who you hang out with. So you find those people. Then you find insider opportunities. You see, there's a world out there in real estate that is wholesale and retail. 99% of people invest retail. We focus on wholesale. So wholesale basically means you got to buy it for cheaper. And so now access to good deals. Then access to money, capital. You see, even though there's no money down for you, the money comes from somewhere, and the strategies is what we learn and then implement them. So now access to that. Then above all of that is having a person who you see with your own eyes has what you want, and they also have done it for themselves, but then more important, they've done it for other people as well. You hunt for those COIs, mentors, gurus, coaches, whatever you want to call them, and you do whatever it takes to bring them into your life. Not that the guru is doing them a favor, by having them into their life. It's not going to work that way because they are busy. They have time limitation. They have attained certain success. So you have to go and attract them into your life and then do what they have done and what they're telling you to do.
You're paying it forward.
Yes. And my thing is, many years ago, I could have just sat and did nothing after, financially. You just, how much can I eat? Like I went downstairs, they have a whole buffet there and I just take 1 or 2 plate fruits and maybe an omelet and I'm done. Otherwise it's not healthy to, even if I want to eat double or triple, I don't need the money to do it, right? I don't need the money to do it. I enjoy making money, no questions about that, because that's like playing, there's a FIFA World right now. If there's no goal post, then you don't know what's happening. Nobody would watch it. So my thing is, when I was a little child, 8 years old or something, there were sports that cost us nothing, like soccer. My father, when I was in Canada, when I was 14, my father went and bought a $5 soccer ball and said, here you go. Why? Because it was cheap. If I wanted to take up hockey or if I wanted to take up baseball, it cost a lot of money. But soccer was, here you go. And where do I play? Go in the park somewhere, put two bricks, and that's your goal, right?
That's it.
So right now, the idea is, I want everybody who's listening to this, is to figure out what you want to do. Exactly what you want to do. How much money you want to make. Exactly how much money you want to make. Exact what date you want to have it by. And who is it going to be that you want to attract into your life? See them, visualize them right there. Say, I want this person to be my mentor. Even if they're not your direct mentor, maybe through books, through events. And you start with that, and then one day they come into your life and you say, how do I work with you? What do I do to be, can I volunteer for you? Can I work for free for you? Can I do this for you? The lose-win situation that I was talking about at the event.
Well, there are a lot of things to learn from you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So as a skilled professional in real estate, we'd like to know your opinions on the emerging trends in the real estate business in your own perspective.
US is in recession, Canada is in recession. Even if they say soft recession or this recession, even US, when it went into recession, they basically say, it's a technical recession, it's not a real recession. Then Japan, then UK, and now China as well. So my perspective is very simple. When your favorite product goes on sale in a mall, most people run to it and they buy it. In real estate, most people, when the products go on sale, they run the other way. So here's the thing. 100 years ago, if somebody said, hey, we're going to dig for gold, and say, okay, but where's the gold? Say, well, here's the map. You're here. You're going to travel on a horse or whatever it is, and we can get here, and that's where we're going to dig, and we're going to take out the gold. That's where it is. Today, you don't need the map. It's not a secret anymore.
No.
We already know by social media, online, that gold is in this area, this country. Don't tell me that I live in India, for example, or I live in Africa, and there's nothing here. In the olden days, if somebody gave you a map and says gold was, and you were in one country and gold was in this country, they will travel for months. Today you can fly in a day, but they would travel for months, and then they would get there, and they won't dig in their own area because they know there's no gold, for example. So you go where the gold is. And today, the gold is easy to find. You don't need secret maps. You don't have to buy from anybody. It's simple to find out where the market has crashed. So, in my view, trend is very simple. U.S. has sale on real estate. Many other countries have sale, and they're going to go on sale, on further sale in 2023. And this is what I did in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12 in the United States. Is I was in Canada. People said, you're stupid, don't go to US because it's a different country and you don't know the laws and this and that. So I aligned myself with people who knew, lawyers, accountants, professionals, agents, property managers, fixer-uppers, contractors. Had a little team in there, and then I set it up. Where we did so much business there, and I would go to U.S. and people in U.S. would tell me, "You're stupid buying properties in U.S." because people who were in U.S. in that time were selling the properties. So it's almost like this: you go to a mall, you buy this jacket for, let's say, $1,000, and tomorrow this goes for $500, 50% off. Imagine me going back to the mall and saying, "I bought this for $1,000. I would like you to take it back for $300 because I know you're going to sell for $500." So now, real estate, same thing. When the market crashes, people with the product go back to the market and say, "Give me anything you want, take it away from me." I don't know why. It's the opposite. You should be buying. You should be buying. And here in India sometimes and some other countries, they talk about the return on rental income is 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%. The amount of money you invest to the net cash flow that you get. If you invest $100,000 and you get $6,000 a year in your hands, that's a 6% return. And that's a high return in India of 5%, 4%. And as you buy more expensive properties in better area, then the percentage is like 2 or 3%. During the crash, we were buying 20% just on cash. 22%, 23%. I remember buying a 6-unit building in Ohio for less than $100,000. You couldn't even buy a house, but I bought 6 different apartments in one apartment building, and that produced 26 or 27% just on cash flow. Forget about appreciation, everything else. And I would go and walk up to them, and I would say, "You want to sell this property?" They would say, "Yeah." I say, "Okay, how much is it?" Let's say they say 100,000. I say, "Good. You will become my bank." They say, "What do you mean?" I said, "Is this a good property?" They say, "Yes." You don't like it?" He goes, "No." I said, "Here's what I'm going to do. I can buy this property from you for $60,000, 40% discount. I'll give you cash. Right now, I'll write you a check." And the money came from investors. So it wasn't even my money. Money came from the investor. I said, "I'll write you a check." Option 2. See, as a negotiator, you give people options. If you give them 3 options, they'll pick one. But if you say, "Can you do this for me?" they can say yes or no. 99% of the time, if you give people an option, do you want to do interview downstairs or you want to do it interview in my suite? Obviously, you came here, so there's no negotiation there. But the point here is the influence is by giving options. So I would say to them, "Okay, here's what we're going to do. Option 1 is I'll give you all cash offer. Option 2, I'll give you $110,000. You want $100,000, but I'll give you $110,000. Most people, 99% of people say, "Well, tell me about the second option." What is the second option? How can I can't even sell for $100,000? You want me, you want to give me $110,000? And this option is only for people who have properties that have no mortgage, meaning they're fully paid for. But they're frustrated. They don't like the tenants. They damage the property. They are frustrated. They don't have a team. They don't have education in real estate. And their friends are telling them, "It's a stupid time. Why do you hold on to this? Sell." So they are listening to the regular people and they are frustrated. So they can go back to their friends and say, "Guess what? Some idiot in Canada, I sold it to him," right? And then the friends will say, good job, right? But here's the thing. When I give them the option of cash, that's easy to understand. The $110,000 option was, you will give me the mortgage for $110,000. So simply, they do a piece of paper that says, "I'm buying their property, and every month I will pay them mortgage." And I say to them, "Why are you selling?" They say, "Well, I don't like the tenant. I don't like the I need to fix up the property. I don't want to be responsible for this. I just want to have no headaches." I say, "Okay, so what do you want to do when you get the money?" They say, "I love to put it in mutual funds or GICs, guaranteed certificates, where I make passive income of 2, 3, 4% or whatever." I said, "What if I give you like 6 or 7%, no tenant headaches, no dealing with any tenants, no fix up, no nothing, and you have a security?" They go, "How?" I say, "Well, first, I'm going to give you $10,000 more because you're selling it to me for 110,000. So you already got 10,000 extra. Secondly, my team will take care of all the problems, okay? And every month you will get, like, let's say 7% of 100,000, you divide that by 12 months. You will make 7%, 6%, which is more than what they wanted, without headaches. And your property, you will have a lien on this property. So if I don't conform, you can have your property back. So you're taking zero risk. And this is what we have done. This is who we are. So now they are giving me 100% loan, and I'm getting the property for no money down completely. And the only reason I will buy that property is if the 6 or 7%, let's say, equates to $500 to them. But from the rentals, I can make $1,000. So I'm making more money every month from no money. And then when I clean up the property, when I fix it up, when I put better tenants in the property, that $110,000 property is worth now $200,000.
Wow.
And I bought it for no money down. No money down. And it's very, very, I'll give you another example for your listeners, but for example, is that in the bad times, I would buy a property, house, let's say, and the house is worth, let's say, $100,000, and I buy it for $25,000. I put $10,000 in it to fix it up, another $10,000 for carrying costs, and it's everything. Let's say I buy for $25,000, it cost me $50,000 after fix up. Now it's worth $100,000. What I did was I made this property income producing property, beautiful looking property before it looked ugly, and I put a renter in. When I put the renter in, cash flowing property, now it's a running business. I go to an investor and I say, take pictures, videos, say, look how beautiful this is, right? And from the day one, this is the cash flow you'll get. And you can buy this property for $100,000.
You deserve an A plus.
It's good for them, the win-win for them, because they didn't do any work. It's good for the seller because seller is frustrated and he doesn't care. He just wants to get rid of it. Maybe the property is damaged and they just don't have a team. It's good for them. It's good for us because we know how to beautify the property and then how to monetize that into a 100% ROI. And when I say 100%, I'm not talking about annually, right? If I flip it in 3 months, it's not annually 100%. It's 400%. If I do it in 6 months, it's 200%. So this is how I've taught a lot of people. And this interview is very timely. It's very timely that as we enter into 2023, is that you could be anywhere in the world today. And you can do what I just said online from sitting in your own home, not even being in the United States, and being able to buy and sell properties online from buying a discount. The investor then buy it from you, and then you basically let the original seller sell it, close with the original buy, and then you make your profits.
That is digitizing real estate.
Yeah, everything's digital these days, right? 90%.
Well, let's go on. We have a lot to discuss today.
Okay.
Tell us about the aspects to showcase PIC, that is Private Investment Club Corp, as a perfect place for advanced investors and people who are learning to invest in real estate.
Yes, I remember many years ago when I left the police force, I went to many real estate events, clubs, places, and what I found was when I went there, they would sell me a course. And then when I bought that course, then they would sell me another real estate course. Then I took that course, then they sold me another advanced course, and then they sold me another advanced course. Whether I was ready or not, even if I was starting out. So their monetization model was not to help me buy real estate or make money in real estate. Their monetization model was buy courses from us only, and then they leave. And I'm like, well, wait, how do I, once they leave, who's going to help me? Who can be my mentor? Where are the investors? How am I going to raise capital? And then they would give me some books and say, read it. And then after reading the books, I'm like, well, okay, well, where am I? They said, oh, do this, go to other events and find them, which are good ideas. And the advanced courses should be taken by advanced people. So if you've been doing it for so many years and you want to go to the next level, that's fine. But you see, in Canada and the United States, what happened was products were like $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 courses. And I got really frustrated. And I said, where can I go? Couldn't find anything. And then birth of Private Investment Club, which was what? You come and learn. The learning is one aspect. Starting point. Above that, access to good deals. Above that, access to money. The group itself, you find your best friends in there. Above that, coach and mentor. Above that, you can do business with me. Like you find a good, you remember, you find a good deal, you say, I have no money. I got a lot of people with a lot of money, right? And I solved the problem of 99%, which was, how do I find investors, capital, money? I said, when you're part of us, we don't want to make money from courses, although we make some. We want you to start making money from real estate.
The real business itself.
Yeah. And you have no money, you can make money. You have lots of money, you can make more money. But don't give me any reasons or excuses why you can't do it. And so when I got frustrated, I started that. And that's why it's become an elite real estate club. It's an elite real estate club not because only elite people come to there. It's a real estate club, elite real estate club, because elite people are members, and people who want to become elite and wealthy are coming there.
You are giving opportunity not just to the people who are doing well, but also people who want to do well.
You got it. And you see, I haven't forgotten this floor where I came from. No washroom, no running water, no electricity, and no television. We used to walk for hours to somebody's house, and they would have a small black and white TV, and they would sit on the sofa, and all the children will sit on the floor in some stranger's home. We would every Sunday we would walk there and spend 3 hours, and walking would be an hour, 45 minutes. Coming back late night with children, we all, everybody knew that's what we're going to do on Sunday. One movie that's going to come on TV, and we would watch that. And if one person doesn't open the door, we knew 3 or 4 different places. We just knock on the door and say, "Can we watch a movie with you?" And then you would just sit on the floor and do all these things. You see, all these things. What really impresses me is somebody who comes to me and says, "You changed my life." It's such a corny thing to say, but it really gets me. I have goosebumps right now because I can imagine men, women, young people. Just they come to me before when I started, because I was never a speaker, and when I became a speaker, people will come to me and say, I attended your event, and that one thing that you told me changed my life. In the beginning, I'm like, what did I say? Like, I want to hear. Tell me what I say. And this became again and again and again, because I didn't see myself as a influencer or a speaker. I just wanted to do stuff for me and my family. That's basically it. I just wanted to quietly go to work, quietly come back. Don't tell anybody too much. I remember first year, media called me and said, we heard about you and we want to interview you, and we want to know your secret, how you do it. And literally I hung up on them. Like I just didn't want to talk to anybody, right? I didn't want to talk to media. I didn't want to be on stages. I didn't want to be influencer. I didn't want any of that stuff because I felt, first of all, I can't. And secondly, it's like, no, I just want to take care of my family. That's all I want to do. My mentor told me it was a selfish thing to do. It was a selfish thing to do. He said, you have a gift given by God. And God is not going to give that gift to everybody himself. He's going to give it through people who have the gift. So everything I have is through that, through me, to my clients.
Yes, you have to give back what you were given.
Yes, and I enjoy it. That's the idea of, you see, when I was younger, and even when I was a police officer, I thought some guy should be the one who should change people's lives, not me. Some guy should donate, not me. Some guy should be doing this, not me. Because, I go to temple, I put some few dollars every once in a while. That's my, contribution to society. and all that stuff. But what I'm going to tell everybody is that it's actually your duty. It's actually your duty. Your duty is to give your gift to the world, and it feels good when you do it, and they are going to be happy. And the amount of lives that you changed, knowingly or unknowingly, because there are thousands and thousands of people who have never met. They read my books, they saw me on YouTube or whatever it is, and then someday they meet me somewhere at the airport, say, I know you, you're Sunil, right? I know you. I say, okay. And they say, I saw this video, and one thing I did, I made $1 million. I'm like, oh, good to hear. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, giving back. It's so important. We just actually did 100 eye surgeries about, 2 or 3 weeks ago in India. And we've been doing that almost every year in India, doing that. Helped 1,800 girls in Africa, empowerment, malnourished, prostitution and all that kind of. Now, there are a lot more to do. No questions about that.
Yes.
But you know what? If you just help one person, that's a good start.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Well, what are the challenges your clients are most likely to face when they are venturing into investing in real estate?
Well, the challenges would be, first of all, a lot of them don't want to risk. Secondly, they are the challenge. They themselves are the challenge.
Really?
Yes. You see, if I was to ask you, most people on the planet, how many times do they try to do something new before they stop? How many times would you say? Most people. Before they give up?
Well, 2 or 3 times.
Zero. Most people won't even try something that is significant that's going to change their life. They will think about it, they will dream about it, but they won't try it even because the fear will stop them even before they try. So high majority of the people, 99% or more people on the planet, rich countries, progressing countries, challenging countries, 99% won't even try. It's just less than 1% will go, get out of my way, whatever it takes, I will do it. 99% won't even try once. So you need to try until you get it. So like a child, fall, get up, fall, get up, fall, get up. Oh, I can walk now. The truth is, if God had made us to walk on our 4 hands and feet till we were 20 years old, and then God says at 20, now you can walk on your feet, most of us wouldn't walk on our feet. Because the first time we get up on our feet, first of all, people won't even try. Secondly, if they do try to stand up, they'll fall and they'll say, okay, I'm done. I'll go back to what's comfortable. So not thinking it's uncomfortable. And secondly, they need to fail. They need to make mistakes.
Yes.
It's opposite to what we've been taught all over the world. Parents, religious leaders, movies, schools.
You need to make mistakes in life, you need to try, you need to fail, and then you can learn.
Exactly. Failure is the best university on the planet.
Yes. So you are an experienced teacher. So.
I failed. People know my story from 2008. I talk about, but 2005, 2008, I made lots of money. Then I lost all, and I made less. I made more mistakes. And in those days, I didn't feel like it was a lesson. I felt like, why God? Why me? Why me? Why? But today I see that I had to fail to be where I am today.
Yes.
I had to fail because you know what? Your friends leave you. Your even relatives leave you. Even the people that you thought they were your close friends when you were doing well, they'll sit right beside me. I love you, blah, blah, blah. And when they left, I felt like maybe I did something. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should go back to work. Maybe it was a simple life. Just stay in a simple life. And people will come out and tell you that. They say, look what happened. You should have done. I told you not to leave your secure job. Told you. And but very few people stay with you. But you know what? What's the benefit of that? You find out who your friends are.
The real friends.
Yeah, and real relatives. When they don't need you and they're still with you, right? When others are saying crazy things about you, but they are sticking with you. They are the real friends and they're the real family. And those are the people that you do not let go. You know that they are, when they need you, you're there as well. I had a really good friend in 2008, from 2006, 7, 8. He would show up everywhere. He would book a seat right beside me, and at the restaurants he would make sure, and he would volunteer. He would do everything and all that stuff. And then he invested some money in real estate before 2008. 2008 came, crashed the car, we lost money, he lost money. And I remember he actually came to my office and he said, I'm with you, I love you, you're an amazing person. Can you just write me a check for $50,000? Now, we lost all the money. He did not give me money. He invested into something else that we invested in. So instead of going to that person, he said, you write me the check for $50,000 and everything will be fine. And I said, well, I can't, because I now don't have money because I've lost everything, but I'm sure we're going to figure something out. And he said, well, that's going to be a problem. I said, what? So I said to him, so you're my friend if I pay you, and you're not my friend if I don't pay you? And he just stood up, smiled, and walked away. And next time he sent a lawyer's letter saying, we want. So this was a person that I trusted, and I felt like he trusted me and all that stuff. So don't be afraid of losing the wrong people. Don't be afraid to fall. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Know that mistakes are opportunities.
And don't be afraid to be alone sometimes.
Yeah. You're the best company for you.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the phase 2 of the interview.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to discuss about your India World Summit,
All right.
network and partnerships, and your goals.
All right, sounds good.
Mr. Sunil, please, what is the Indian World Summit all about? Your target audience, demographics, where and when is it happening?
That's awesome. Thank you very much. Indian World Summit is happening in Mumbai, and it is for people who want to grow their businesses, grow their income, become wealthy in real estate. I've been very fortunate to help a lot of people in Western countries, Europe, and other countries, and I felt starting last year that India was ready for that, wants that. There's a huge entrepreneurship wave where it's moving away from I need a job. Of course, majority of people still doing jobs, but there's a lot of people now going into the entrepreneurship world where they realize that entrepreneurship can change the entire GDP of the country, as well as the entire country itself, because then you become valuable to this country, because when you grow, then you tend to, let's say, hire more people, you spend more, and it helps the GDP. So my Indian Wealth Summit is with Robin Sharma, one of my favorite mentors, my friend that I really respect. He wrote Manco Sold His Ferrari. And Vanita Singh is coming. She's also with the Shark Tank India as a shark investor. So we're going to talk about how you raise money, how do you build your business, how to go to the next level, mainly in the area of leadership and in business.
Okay. So we are coming to learn not just about real estate, but how to grow your business and your personal life.
Yes, and how to become a leader without a title. The idea is you're a leader if you sweep the floors or the streets with your heart. Right? You're doing it because you pride into that. You're a leader if you are a CEO that has inspired thousands of people, or 100 people, or 2 people, or 1 person to do what they want to do. So main focus is Indian Wealth Summit, and we have Robin Sharma, leadership. Myself, I'm going to talk about real estate. We have Amit Parekh, who's going to talk about business growth. And then Vanita Singh is going to be there. She's a shark. She's going to talk about perhaps how to raise capital, how do you connect with center of influences, and how do you grow your income, and how do you grow your business, and how do you grow yourself is the idea.
And how do you grow yourself?
Yeah, it's important.
Yes. You have a goal to create 100 millionaires.
Yes.
What are the basic qualities expected of anyone who wants to be part of the 100 millionaires?
Number 1 goal should be that they actually truly want this. It's not just merely a dream, but their goal has to be, their why has to be reason. There has to be a strong reason. And they cannot say today that I want to be a millionaire or multimillionaire, because a millionaire is just a word. It doesn't mean just $1 million, although for some people in India or anywhere, $1 million in a bank means a lot of money. But for me, millionaire is basically, becoming wealthy to the level that you want to become wealthy. And to me, starting point is, why do you want to do it? And do you give up? Are you going to get up once, trying to walk, and you fall down and you say, that's it, I'm done? Or are you going to actually say, that's okay, this is part of the journey? And so number one quality that I'm looking for is doers. Doers.
No.
I will do it, I'll do whatever it takes. Not find reasons why it will not work, but find ways that why it will work. I want people who are optimists, who find value in every challenge. They have solution for every challenge. Negative person that has a problem for every solution. They have problem. They find problems in every solution.
Yes.
So I'm looking for people who say enough is enough. It's my time. I want to do it. And I'm looking for people who have very little money, or people who have a lot of money, but then they have a reason to go 10x or 100x, whatever they want to do. That's the quality that's the starting point of everything. If you are wise, strong, you really want to do it, and you're open-minded, and you know that you have to do it, you're not going to come to the event and close your eyes, fall asleep, and become rich. No. You're going to learn, and they're going to do.
Okay, so this event is also for chai wala.
Yes.
Anyone who is selling anything,
That's
anybody
right.
in the street, as long as you are determined to change your life.
And you're open.
Yes.
And you're open. We have Chaiwala, who became Prime Minister of India, right? Mr. Modi.
Impressive.
Yes. And we have autowalas. We have taxi people. We have yesterday we met a billionaire in our event in Gujarat, who has grade 6 education, and he's got 6,000 people working for him now, and he has every car that you can think of, Bentley, Rolls Royce, or whatever. So we don't judge people based on what degree they have, what they look like, whether they're male or female, do they have any experience or not. Experience helps. So if you're already there and you want to go to the next level, good. If you're already up there and you don't want to go to the next level, then this is not for you. But if you are there and you want to go to the next level, then you should be there. If you're here, you want to go there, then you should be here. Wherever you are, we don't care where your race starts. Okay? Your race starts at 0, and you want to go to 0 to 100. Well, then you won. Somebody starts at 100 and they want to go to 200. They also won. But if somebody starts at 100 and they only go to 101, this person went from 0 to 100, even though they're less in wealth that this person has, but they won. Because they actually went 100 folds. And this person only went by 1 fold, 1%. So anybody in any situation who says, I have an idea full-time or part-time that I want to be successful. They want to be entrepreneurs, they want to be real estate investors, and they want to surround themselves with like-minded people, but more importantly, more successful people than they are, so that they could be uplifted. You see, you don't want to be in a room where you're the smartest person.
Of course.
In school told us you have to be in the room, and you have to be the smartest person in the room, and we will give you an award for that. We will make sure everybody knows that you're the smartest person, and we will make sure everybody thinks you're awesome when you are the smartest person in the room.
So you're looking for people who are hungry for success.
For sure. Because lion only hunts because they're hungry.
So let's go for hunting then.
Yes.
Okay. They said your network is your net worth. Please tell us about your relationship with Mr. Robin Sharma, Oprah Winfrey, and the likes of these great personalities in your network.
The important part is when I was a year or two into my success after leaving the police force, 2007 or so, something came to me, and I said to myself, I want to do business with my book mentors. A book mentor is somebody that you read the book of.
Yes.
So Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, Robin Sharma, now Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy, my mentor Robert Allen, whose course I took, that person, and Kevin Harrington of Shark Tank. I used to watch Shark Tank thinking, how do I do business with these people? So I said, I want to know them. I want them to know me. So the important part is not that I know their name, because everybody knows their name. I know their name. The important part is when I leave, they know my name.
You're leaving a footprint.
Yeah. And when they're going to meet thousands of people, but they're going to walk away and say, Sunil Tulsiani, there was something about him, or I want to do business. I said, whatever it takes. I will do whatever it takes to do business with these people because I am clerking. Because I want the fun aspect in making money. And if I have a relationship with amazing people, they are the ones who are lifting me up. So I'm lifting thousands of people, but who's lifting me? Somebody's lifting me, and somebody's lifting them, and somebody's lifting them. So the room where you're not the smartest person, every time I walk in and spend time with I spend time with Mr. Sunil Shetty, who's a Bollywood star there, and one-on-one sitting like this into the room, Gaur-Gopal Dasji and Deepak Chopra. We flew in a private plane, and just sitting with them. And even if they said 90% of the stuff that I already know, just coming from them, their energy, the way they said it inspires me to go, oh, you know what? I should do this better, what I'm doing. And just because they said it. And so my idea is work with your mentors. The highest level of respect that you can earn is having your mentor, your guru, your coach say to you, let's work together. Let's do this together. Right? Why is that important? You see, they have people that you want to help. They have the network. They have connections. They have access. They have access to money. They have access to opportunities that I may not have. Same thing today, I'm a center of influence. So when I mentor people, I say to them, what do you need? They go, I want to visit Jack Canfield's home. I said, I can make that happen for you. People say, I want to share stage with Robin Sharma. I can make that happen for you. You see, it's not just education, it's the access. So access and platform is so important because great people, great players who don't play in FIFA, nobody knows about. We can have a lot of amazing soccer players who are not in FIFA. And they're probably better than soccer players in FIFA. But nobody knows about them. They play in the backyard. For me, the reason was, how do I take my message, my clerking idea, to the world? Do I do it one by one? If I do one by one, I'll die. I mean, maybe I'll help 100 people in my lifetime. And that would be great, if I can only help 100 people. But what if I want to help 1 million people? Right? So they were powerful people that I respected, I liked, and I said, you know what? I will do whatever it takes. So I would have vision boards. I would cut their picture, put my picture right beside them. I remember putting Oprah's photo and my photo on a fake magazine, just made up magazine, and I put it up in there. So one day I'm going to meet this lady. One day I'm going to learn from her. Or one day I'm going to do business with this person. One day I'm going to share stage with Tony Robbins. And I didn't know how. I know who's going to tell me. How am I going to do it? Then I got Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read his book. I'm like, wow, one day this guy's going to know who I am, right? So in Japan, he was speaking in front of 9,300 people in Tokyo. My mentor, Robert Allen, was also speaking there. And so Robert Allen came to me, and I feel very blessed that he had some issues. So he said, so I mentored him in that area. I mentored my mentor. And he was very excited, happy, and thanked me and all that. And then he told me I'm going to Japan, Robert Kiyosaki. I said, is it possible that I can be on the stage? I can speak. And he says, I don't know, but I'll try. So it was connection, the access. See, if I went directly to the event producers, they would say, no, who are you, blah, blah, blah. But Robert Allen went, told the producers that he's my friend, you should have him on the stage. And that's all it took.
So you are the plug that the people in India who are going to come for the event
Yes.
really need.
I am doing it because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I want people to plurk. And plurking again means doing what you love and making the money that you want to make, the amount of money you want to make, and having the impact that you want to have on this planet.
Dear viewers, you can see you have access to some of the best personalities who are going to help you in your careers, in your business. Just come. Cello. Be there. You're going to learn and you're going to earn at the same time. It's just a few minutes of your time. Thank you for watching once again while we continue with the interview. So,
And the event is on 17th, 18th, 19th. 17th is for high level people that really want to have dinner with, let's say, Robin Sharma. They want to have a small intimate dinner with Robin Sharma. You see, a lot of people can't do that. Because of relationship, I'm able to do that and say, okay, come on Friday and sit with people, take photographs with them, connect with each other, network with each other. So 17th is that. 18th and 19th is the actual event. And it doesn't matter what level of ticket they buy. It doesn't matter. Because being there is the number one thing.
their presence is the most important thing.
You're going to see 1,000 or more people who are like-minded, who could be your clients, who could be your investors, who could be your mentors, who could be your guide, who can actually you can do business with, do collaboration with, do partnership with. It is a place to be. See, I'm bringing a lot of places they don't do this stuff. So when I found my partner in India, in Mumbai, his name is Amit Parekh, I said to him, we want not only people to come and learn, we want people to actually network and actually do business after the event. You see, most things happen after the event. Right now, I'm meeting so many people after the event. And the real business happens after the event. But if you don't encourage the networking, if you don't encourage the opportunity, people will come, they smile, they learn, and they leave. They go home, and that's it. No. We want people to become wealthy. And this event is organized in a way that you're going to not only learn, but you're going to meet probably your best friends who are going to be with you for the rest of your life, and they're your partners, and they're your clients. And that's the best thing to have. People you'll love to work with.
Okay, listen, Insightsuccess team are going to be there in Mumbai, and I personally am going to be there.
Yes.
So come, let us network, let us learn how to do business together, and let us meet the access to our success.
Thank you.
Thank you. What should be the next move and steps after attending the Indian World Summit?
See, after attending Indian Wealth Summit, or actually any event that is put up at that level where there's networking occurred, is to actually immediately make the list of people that you met, that you liked, make some notes, that, okay, I met Rajesh, and he is a doctor, and he's saying, I want to invest in real estate. How can I? So then make a note of that person. And when you're at the event, make a little note. Bring a diary and write notes. Whenever somebody's told you, maybe at that time when you're eating, don't make notes. When you're done with that conversation, go back and write their name. If you guys get a business card, write their name, and then write down the brief summary of conversation. So when you go back 2 days later or 2.5 days later, you know what to talk to them about, because you don't need to meet 1,000 people, because there's 1,000 people is not, you're not looking for superficial, just name and email. What you're looking for is maybe 10, maybe 20 people that you really enjoyed working or talking to. If you met some people that you don't connect with, you don't need to do business with them. You will meet, but the thing is, out of millions of people, they're putting 1,000 people in a room. They are the right people that you want to do business with. So what they should do is, money is in the follow-up. Money is in the follow-up. Connections are in the follow-up. Go talk to them. Have coffee with them. Say, hey, let's have lunch together. Let's have dinner together. If you really gelled and became a good friend, sometimes you can have a best friend happening in the first minute to 10 minutes. And sometimes it can take a lifetime. So those people, you will know. Here, you will know. And, so then sometimes, you say, okay, immediately, I had lots of fun. How can we meet? If you're far away, Zoom call. If you are close by, meet them, break bread with them, and figure out how you can help them.
Figure out how you can help them.
That's right.
Not just how they can help you.
That's right. No, don't even bring the idea in the beginning that this is how you can help me. The idea would be, if I was meeting them, say, oh, it's so amazing to meet you. It's awesome. Tell me, what can I do for you? What's one or two things, if you had them, that your business will go to the next level, if that's if their health is an issue. Tell me one or two things, what we can do that your health would go to the next level. Tell me one or two things that you can do right now so your income can go 10x. And let them tell you. And let's say you have absolutely no connections, you don't know anything about that business or whatever. This is what you say to them. Say, you know what, thanks for telling me this. When I come across something, or this product or service or people, I promise to let you know about it. And here's what happens when you do that. Somebody above puts you in a position, a power, to then find solutions for this person. And then all of a sudden solutions come. One person, you're walking down the street, somebody bumps into you, and he is the person that he should be meeting. Okay? Or you attend another event, and in that event you meet somebody, you say, oh, he's not for me, but he's for this person. And then you call them up and say, I think you two should meet. Some guy says, you know what, I have these properties, I can't sell these properties, I'm looking for investors, and let's say you're not an investor. You say, I promise you this, when I come across anybody that is interested in something like this, I will send them to you. Next week, you're going to bump into somebody who says, you know what, I'm wondering if I can find a property that is like this, that is below market value or blah, blah, blah. You're like, you know what, I know somebody. And now you two connect. And what happens is connecting, or let's say you know a few people like in your family member that may be interested, then the conversation will go this way. Well, thanks for sharing that with me. I have a big family and friends, and I think there might be a few people who will be interested in what you are selling or you're doing, whatever. So what I'll do is this. I will find them and I will connect with them. This is my promise. You will make the attempt. That's all. That's all you do. Now, if you already have people, you already know people, you say to them, I already know somebody. So let's say you and I met after the event. I would. This is what I would do. I say, hang on a second. I would go, da, 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 da. Hi, John. Yeah, this guy. You really should. Yeah. Remember you said you have some health issues? Well, I know somebody who's a health coach. You should meet him. Okay, click. Now you did it in front of them.
Now they see that you are there at least for them.
Yes.
Not just an opportunist.
That's right. And what's going to happen is people, 99% or more, are brain wired to say, what can I do for him now? They're going to say, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. And then somewhere along the lines, they will say, just remind me what you do, or what can I do for you? Then you tell them, look, this is how I help people. This is how I help people. Go with the intent of not, I want to sell this to people. Go with the intent of, I want to serve people, and this is how I serve people. And selling is serving.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The phase 3. Well, welcome back once again to Insightssuccess interview with Mr. Sunil Tulsiani. As you can see, I would say he's a god in real estate business. Well, and also I'm really amazed at how he can be able to, think how he can help you, not just how you can get help from him. I have to learn how to help.
Yes.
not just how to get something from someone.
That's right.
So, thank you very much once again, and I really appreciate. And we at Inside Success Team, we are also learning while we are trying to help.
Yes, and you are helping right now.
Yeah.
Everybody that's going to watch this somewhere, I encourage you guys to leave a comment. Tell them what else you want to learn. What other guests do you want? What other questions they could have asked, or any question that you have. Like it, share with everybody that you know. That's what I would suggest.
Yeah. So, what are your next moves in the industry? Maybe should we be expecting a new book? And again, you just need to tell us, like, where do you envision yourself in the nearest future with PIC?
Yes. I envision PIC in India, and then in different parts of the world as well. And the main issue is that I realized I'm looking for great partners who can be partners in that country, who could be my PIC partners. Because I'm growing my PIC family. It's basically my family. And the bigger we get, the more members we have, the more power we'll have, more access we'll have, and more people would want to associate themselves with us. And so this is the most important part, is that we want to take India and the world to the next level. And PIC India is my baby. It's something that I dream about, because clerking is the most important part for me.
All right. And as an icon of inspiration, as a teacher, as a mentor, as a guru in real estate, and as the most powerful person I can see right now, because being more powerful and being most powerful is all about, being willing and having the desire to support someone else. That is the most important thing here. So we'd like to hear from you if there are any new things, any new ideas, inspirations, or quotes that you want your audience to hear from you or to learn from you today.
Well, I'm going to give you one quote that has become really famous for me, and it's very important that we actually have financial success. And the quote is that you make so much money that you forget it's a payday.
Well, I also learned that today. So it's a nice time with you,
Thank you very much.
We value your time a lot. We value what you have done.
Thank you.
And we believe that you're going to achieve more greatness.
And I'm going to achieve more greatness not because I'm great, and I'm going to achieve more greatness because there's going to be a lot of great people achieving and clerking alongside of me, my team, and people, and that is my biggest reward. My biggest reward is not that my bank balance keeps going up and all that stuff, although I enjoy making money. The biggest wealth is the people who I then attract into my life, and those who become my mentors, and those that I mentor, and those who become my friends, and the relationships that get built, because I am living my life, and you can only eat so much. So the biggest benefit is the words like, you changed my life, you inspired me, Sunil, you gave me access to this, I cannot believe that this is what happened since I met you. Those kind of words, statements, is my food, is my clerking at the highest level.
Be at the Indian Wealth Summit. Learn how to become a wealth mastery coach yourself. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.